shit talker black. Now her, she is one that she has to be believable. I mean, maybe if I had a belief system, I don't know, if I didn't know any better. She's coming out and she's telling everything on Scientology, yet she's not telling any fucking thing she did. She cannot tell me that she was not a gang stalker. She says, oh, they hire private investigators. They don't need to hire private investigators. They come out and stalk you themselves. I've seen them and I've pointed them out. And this one is Scientology, Louis Farrakhan, and Going Clear with insider Tory Christman. So now she is the Christman. She even comes in Christman, you know, to give you a that, you know, because they're using neurolinguistic programming, and even in the names they're using neurolinguistic programming. And she comes as Christman because you know, and I found it almost close to Christmas. Wow. Because when you see her name Christ, then it does something to you, because you know you're into Christ. So she really becomes believable with a pink S. No, she kept the S off of Tory, so it's STORY, Christman, you know. And in the word Christ is hidden HIS, so she is a story, and she is his man, who's David's. Then also is internet technology with an S in the middle, and I would say Scientologist, IST. She's still with them. They just move on to another place. Like this other guy, they say, oh, such and such, he came up missing. Where is his name is Thomas or some shit. Where is he now? Somewhere acting another role. That's what the fuck he is. When you fill out the form to, like I did, it's really volunteering, but I just call it work, to volunteer there. And if you don't have enough money, that's what they throw at you. You know, you can volunteer, and then you could take this and this course and that course. Yeah. So when you fill out the application, and I know the application I had, it asked me, was I willing to travel? And I said no. But mostly, if you are a Scientologist, I never was a Scientologist, so I'm not an ex-Scientologist. So then they will, you have to be willing to travel. If you're in LA, they need you down here in San Diego to do some street theater. Sometimes, you know, some of them, they are very good at what they do. They are experts at what they do. So then you have to come down from LA to here. You get Alabama, New York, it doesn't matter. Across the water, if they say get your ass to San Diego, you have to come to San Diego. And as I said, she's talking about Louis Farrakhan and Going Clear, because a lot of people, they want to go clear. If they're dealing with banks, they want to go clear. If they're dealing with the court system, they want to go clear. Everyone appears to want to go clear. You know, everyone. While they play in your mind, put you on the neurolinguistic programming, the stare thing, you stare in their eyes, they stare in yours, they're putting you under a form of hypnosis. Man, these people are tricksters. They are magicians and mathematicians. And they're liars. They have forked tongues to actually have someone to believe she's telling the truth. I don't have a belief system. I'm not saying she's not telling the truth about Scientology. I'm saying she's not telling the truth about what she did in Scientology. So I'm going to get to the part I want you to hear. This is the part I want you to hear. Actually, when I first turned it on, the first word she said was magic. I just couldn't find it again. So listen to this.
Their asses from the hole in the wall. They don't. They're not medically trained. Tom Cruise, it really ticks me off that he speaks out telling anybody what medicine, and true for any
Tom Cruise, code word for target of military, and this is how you can cruise through the minds. With target of military, you can use DEW and other shit, because the military has these silent weapons for quiet wars.
Scientologists, what medicine they should or should not take. Shame on them. They don't know anything. I used to sit and think, how can you say this to me? You're not a doctor, you're not medically trained, you know nothing. And yet you not only are telling me to get off my medication, which I fought for 30 years.
You're talking too much. That's not what I want.
Also,
here.
So you're supposed to be like way up here in serenity of beingness, postulates, games, action, exhilaration. That's why they're always like, hi, come on in, we're so happy to see you.
Yeah, they are.
Cheerfulness.
That's why they don't too much like pink people either. They're always smiling. Just like when we went to court, the lady, she comes out to make sure they know how many people are there to support you. That's part of the targeting game too. That no one knows that. And she comes out smiling in your face. Bitch, you guys are holding my grandbaby captive, and now you threw him back to his mom, so now you're going to hold them both captive. You having them walking the plane, you having us bowing down to you, and now you come to smile in my face, and the judge too.
Right? And then it goes down to anger, hate, resentment, no sympathy.
You heard that? No sympathy. That's at the bottom. And no sympathy means you have to be apathetic. Like the Scientology black assassin, she didn't give a fuck if I died. And she doesn't care how many others she killed. She doesn't. She's she moves up the ladder, you know. They clap for her. She did a very good job killing others. She just didn't kill me yet, but they will. They just haven't had a chance to do it yet.
See, so they don't have any sympathy. If you get sick, they have no sympathy for
No
that.
sympathy,
It's really
apathetic.
Bad upward sympathy.
I want to show you something else. As she's speaking, she was speaking at first, and you could not see DIA. Now she's speaking, now she becomes the DIA. See, the DIA is the one that puts out information, just like the CIA. And if they did not want me to know this shit, then don't play game with your words. She also hangs out with someone named Rob. Rob equals a robber. I have that in a video I did. And I went into the etymology of a certain word. And robber came up, and then it said it was a thief. Bob. I think it was Bob, or something like that. It doesn't matter, but I know I did a video on the name Bob, Bobby, and Robert.
It's a really bad thing. So they lack, compassion. They lack.
She lacks compassion too, because she's talking this shit and she's lying. And that's one of the Illuminati key codes. And I'm going to go and get it and read that one just not right now.
And that's why Louis Farrakhan is talking about kindness. And I'm like, you don't know what you're in, man. Either you don't know what you're in, or you're getting paid a lot of money to do it. So wait,
either he doesn't know what he's in, or he's getting paid a lot of money to do it. There's also a video out, and it said Farrakhan got paid like so much money to do what he is doing. Here it says, did Farrakhan deliver NOI, not a New World Order, but NOI to Scientology devil? And they're asking the question. I guess they're going to tell if he did or not. See, what you do in the dark, it shall come to light. Your darkness can hang over forever and ever, but soon it's going to come to light. Just like the Scientologist black assassin, and with the light on her camera, she also came to light with a handheld microwave pulsating device. It is not a camera unless it is a military camera.
I'm still very confused about many things. But no, let me just
now they're showing Farrakhan.
Bottom thing here. If you have
neurological.
I'm not scared if you sue me. I say that to her too. You know, I'm not scared of her either. She can sue me because she targets people, and she still does target people, and I don't care what no one says. I have no proof, but she does.
What?
It's called.
It's a rating. You're rated as.
They have them as numbers, but they're also. It's called covertly hostile. The picture is like someone smiling, and they've got a knife behind their back.
And that's her. She's telling you, see, and she just keeps smiling and smiling. She has a knife in her back. She just has to be believable. She is a goddamn actor. And she can act pretty good to you guys, but I see straight through her. She's transparent.
So that's a covertly hostile person. So they're basically going to stab you in the back.
So would John Travolta then look at his child? Okay, and I'm not speaking of him particularly.
But somebody has a child. How about him? He's gay.
They're all gay. She said, how about him? He's gay. They're all fucking gay. That's why this guy here, if that's him, I know it is him right here. He's that's why his name is Miss, because I'll come back with that article and I'll deal with her later. Okay, here it is. Well, did you ever think current church leader David Miss Beta Bitch Cabbage will become the power-hungry autocrat he is reported to be? And it says, no, he was just this nerdy kid. No one really liked him, and they still don't like him today. He was one of the Commodore's messengers or attendants. And in those days, most of the Commodore messengers were girls. You see? They were all girls. But he became a messenger. And this is how come when L. Ron Hubbard kicked the bucket, the baton passed on to his Miss Beta Bitch Caveman Cabbage ass. Okay, so most were girls. During the 50s and 60s, that was considered a sissy occupation for boys. You see? He's a sissy. I think he tried to overcompensate for that and for the fact that he's a small man. He does have small man syndrome. That's why he's so fucking nuts. A little Napoleon, yeah, I guess that was the man they showed on a picture with him. If you believe reports written today, he's gone over the ads. SMRT and mind control. That comes from this article here. So he's with SMRT, and that's the program she had in a handheld microwave pulsating device. She had a SMRT program in there and dealing with mind control. That girl in that video, I said she came next to me to say this one. No, she came next to me to say try to erase my phone, because when I got ready to videotape her, my phone seemed to just mess up on me. You know, it didn't want to do what I asked it to do. And yeah, so now let's go back here. I just wanted to show you the bitch is a sissy. They say they don't want sissies, but that's just a front, because they are taking over from the Catholic Church. They are covert hiding the Catholic Church. Even Tom Cruise, I guess it was his wife or something, she left Scientology and she went back to the Catholic Church, because this is just a covert operation for the Catholic Church. They're fucking the children too. Just haven't found a video where the children are telling yet.
So, I mean, anyway,
with somebody who has...
Then she goes, oops. Now, here, this lets you know melanated beings are with them too. But what they like to do, they just like to show you the actors who are celebrities. And there was probably once upon a time, they also went to game stalk someone, and I guess they act so well, he cannot act at all. I remember the first time I saw him, he was in a video. No. I think he was on Welcome Back, Kotter. Then they put him in a movie where he's doing the dance that belongs to us. They always want to take our place. Now him, they said he was dead, but he's not. And see, you have a belief system, so your belief system is put in place, and they play with it to tell you what to put in your belief system, what to put on the side of things you believe, and what to put on the side of things you don't believe. So this will go on the side of things you don't believe. I don't give a fuck. I know I did way too much research on it. They said he was dead, but he was not. He played Trayvon Martin's dad. In the word dad, in the word dead is the word dad. They say he was dead, but he came back to play the dad. Unless, no, ain't no unless. Yeah, he came back to play the dad. I did a lot of research on that shit to make sure I compared ears, nose, mouth, eyes. There's no two people that look that much alike. It never was said he had a twin. Even twins don't look alike. We have twins in our family. We can tell them apart. Unless they have their hair done the same way and their back is to us. That's when I can't tell them apart, but that mom can, and I'm sure she can, they're her babies.
That has been alleged on this show before. If somebody who has a child that has autism, are they going to look at their child as less than?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about their own kid, but other people will.
Scientology and pink people love to call your children kids. When CPS came to my daughter, they kept calling my children kids. I had to stop that shit. In the courtroom, they call my children kids. No, I don't have kids. Goddammit, I have children. But pink people seem to get pissed off at you, and now I'm starting to see the so-called black man with his dumb ass. Now he gets pissed off too when I say don't call my children kids. They may act like kids, but I didn't have kids. They once upon a time were children.
Okay, see what I mean? Okay, they won't have their own kid. Okay, I don't think
see,
so.
Kid.
But that would be...
That's a trigger word too, kid. You just don't know it.
Okay, absence...
But you're surrounded by...
Now this nigga... Okay, here he is. It appears that he's just so fucking pink. See, she looks yellow, but that's the light. She's pink. She looks kind of yellow in my phone, but on the video, she's pink.
Oh, how they feel about people with disease. You see what? Me talking to you about epilepsy is amazing.
Okay, enough of that.
Is he beyond anything else? But let me just ask you, what was is there a special way that you're supposed to give birth for Scientology? If you're a Scientologist and you're having a baby, and what exactly is that? Because there was so much, I didn't know what was true and what isn't true. If you could help me.
Sure.
I was just curious.
Dianetics is based on people having moments of pain and unconsciousness. It's based on birth, right? Which is a painful moment. And then all the other painful things that happen in your life, and you going back to those and erasing them. So Hubbard said if you can be silent in a birth, and not anything that you add in a birth is going to affect your child for the rest of their life.
In a sense of a way, that's true. I had the book Dianetics. I learned how to deal with my children with that book. And if you fight against you having a baby, you fight against the pain. This is not from him. This is from my experience. And you have a baby, you fight against the pain. That muscle you're fighting against will whoop your ass, and you will holler and scream. But if you breathe right and you just remain quiet, you will not have all that pain in birth. I mean, I had children that had no pain. Some of my children, I had no pain whatsoever.
Not true, but that's what he said.
Oh, she said not true.
And for knuckleheads who believed it,
knuckleheads.
I had a silent birth.
She said from knuckleheads who believed it. See? They're going to keep you into kids and the word believe. These are motherfucking trigger words to keep you as that. And also, her name is a trigger word to keep your ass there. They can't keep me there. I got out that box a long fucking time ago. They're not going to put me back in
I
it.
have epilepsy. I was terrified.
See the color she has on? The dark blue top and the blue jacket? Because she's still part of Scientology. She's just lying.
My son would be affected by epilepsy. Thank God he is not. But I do say thank God. It isn't because of Dianetics or...
Thank God. She said it twice. Thank God. Now, this is what I want you to see. See, they move their hands so fast you will not see it. She's about to take both of her hands down and do the Baphomet sign. And then she said, thank God, twice. One behind each other. Those are also trigger words to keep you in the Christman shit. I don't have a belief in the bitch is lying. She's telling you the truth about this, and that of Scientology, but she's telling you a lie. As soon as they turn it on, she says stupid. This bitch is stupid.
You know, you would be concerned about the genetics of it.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, you know, he's fine.
I just thought it was such a strange thing. It is painful for the baby. I don't think so.
It's very weird. It's a very weird situation.
Maybe the mom.
Yeah, it's very painful for the mom. It's very painful.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're especially if
I gave birth at home. We all had natural births back when I gave birth.
And okay, all right. And the other thing that we wanted to touch on, because we're almost out of time, and again, not through everything. There's a lot to learn here, and it does become difficult, like you said, because you do speak in a language that I have to keep stopping.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, the Scientology language, they're just words that come up that you have to stop and say, okay, now what does that one mean? And just like...
This is a Aleister Crowley sign. You have to know what this is. Most people think it is a pyramid, but this is your circle. If you do not square your circle, they'll get their asses in.
You're talking, and I don't know what it is, so I'll stop you.
I got you.
You know, but just so that we get a translation, just for...
I'm going to stop this. It's 22 minutes in. I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you the key code to the Illuminati that most of these so-called escapees from Scientologists talk about, but none of them talk about them being targeted like me and like you. Shit talk a lot, he wrote.